We earn money, save money and buy things. Living beyond the economic cycle is impossible. What trends are dictated by world markets and how does it affect consumers? Watch it in People and Economy. In this episode you will know why organic agriculture is a topical issue for Kazakhstan, how the state supports domestic farmers, and what most interesting innovations are used in the agricultural sector these days. Over the last decade, the technological progress dramatically changed the pattern of human civilization and, more importantly, continues to do that at quite a high rate. The agricultural sector is also subjected to substantial modifications. Various countries produce all kinds of technical innovations: driverless combine harvesters, field data monitors, irrigation drones, and so on. According to 2017 data provided by Global Innovation Index, 795 million people, approximately each 10th person, are suffering from hunger. It is expected that by 2050, the global demand for food products will increase by at least 60% in comparison with 2006. Innovations in the agricultural sector imply not only a chain of technological innovations. This is also well-thought conceptions capable of giving a hefty boost to this economy sector, of course with the application of all leading technologies. Nowadays, the world is developing new technologies. Currently, people of Kazakhstan are aware about the quality of nourishment. A quality diet implies human health. We should work on people's health and create appropriate conditions for that. Our credo is to serve people. In 2015, the Organic Foods Production Act was adopted. It establishes legislative standards and requirements for organic food development. I think that nowadays the local executive authorities face the challenge of providing people with organic food.
900 миллионов тонн в мире.
The experience of some countries shows that switching to the production of organic food will not only allow to improve the quality of people's diets, but also hold good business prospects for farmers and additional growth for the agribusiness industry.
Органическая продукция сегодня очень востребована в мире.
Currently, the International Forum for Organic Food is held at the university. Nowadays, 170 countries with the participation of 1,228,000 farmers produce organic food. However, organic crops account for only 1% of the global crop area. I think that we have a future and the world is moving towards the marketable organic products, and Kazakhstan, as an agro-industrial country, has best chances for organic food production.
Выпуска продукции, органической продукции, составляет всего 1% от мировой площади.
Social Farm Agro Park project emerged in 2016. Its developers were Ralim Sailebayev, Alistair Klein and Rinat Fazilbekov. The agro park is covering an area of 100 hectares in the foothills of Alatau Mountains.
Агропарк представляет собой агроиндустриальный парк, который сдает в аренду.
Agro Park is an agro-industrial park which leases its processing lines. This is just what small farms cannot afford. 40% of our farms have an area less than 10 hectares. But 10 hectares and single-crop farming is not enough for a profitable and sustainable business. Therefore, we offer to introduce a new type of mini-farms which grow crops with a high margin or good potential added value.
Новый тип мини-ферм. Мини-ферм, на которых выращивается продукция с высокой маржой или с хорошим потенциалом добавленной стоимости.
It is quite difficult for small separate farms to be market participants. They face a number of problems, starting with expensive equipment which they not always can afford, and ending with challenges related to storage, processing and selling of perishable products. Agro Park Social Farms provides a platform for local farmers where they can agree on cooperation. Another objective of the Agro Park is the creation of Kazakhstani brands in order to ensure sufficiency and variety of domestic agricultural products.
То есть это та продукция, из которой можно сделать хороший продукт.
These materials are suitable for such products as flowers, fresh salads, herbs or spicy herbal blends. There is also a possibility to grow, for example, endurable plums that can be stored for a long time. We offer cooperation. Because of that, the project was named Social Farm. First of all, we are focused on that group of 40% of farmers who cannot afford buying equipment, machines and seeds and who live on a stringent budget.
Оборудование, ни техники, ни нормальных семян. Ну, в общем, в одиночку они едва-едва справляются.
According to Alim, Agro Park has already concluded agreements with many farmers from various regions of Kazakhstan on opening of cooperation centers in their households. Currently, they have to overcome skepticism of domestic agricultural producers.
Есть какие-то элементы, которые сообща сделают лучше. Например,
There are activities that are better to do together. Among them are marketing, various types of sales, purchasing of packing equipment, or at least open a shop. Currently, we are opening such agro-technical shop for farmers where they can buy biotechnological products. Its purpose is to prevent farmers from using chemicals and encourage them grow eco-friendly or even organic food.
Использовали химию для защиты, допустим, или подкормки своих растений, и для того, чтобы они смогли выращивать экологическую или органическую даже продукцию.
It is no mere chance that Agro Park was planned as a project focused on production of organic food. From the economic point of view, this is quite a prospective area of activity. Indeed, products grown in chemical-free soil are quite in demand all over the world.
А обычно считается, что органическая продукция дороже, ну, только потому что, допустим, ее не защищают химией, поэтому...
As a rule, organic products are more expensive because, for example, they are not protected by chemicals and involve considerable production losses. Still, there are newly invented biotechnologies that allow both to protect and increase yields. The Kazakh Research Institute for Plant Protection is working on this area. It has a number of interesting pilot projects. It also introduces inventions of foreign scientists. Over the last 2 years, thanks to these technologies and the support of the Institute for Plant Protection, we increased productivity of an apple garden 4 times, from 10 tons to 40 tons. This is a very good result.
10 до 40, но 40 тонн – это очень хороший результат для наших садов, у которых средняя производительность 7-9 тонн.
Agro Park is not only processing companies and lines but also all concomitant services. These are warehouses called dry and special stores, logistics centers, packaging and processing equipment, quality control laboratories, organic product certification, seed treatment laboratories and microcloning laboratories for reproduction of various plants. However, the project conception is quite clear and capacious.
Схема простая. Мы заказываем фермеру продукцию, помогаем ее вырастить.
The scheme is easy. We order a farmer to grow crops of required quality and help them to grow these crops. In autumn, we buy the crops, process them and resell. We possess territories and soils of a very high quality. This soil is one of the best in the world.
Почва чернозема. Это одни из самых лучших почв в мире.
Experts note that for Kazakhstan it is difficult to compete with neighboring countries with a high agricultural output. It is much more interesting and profitable to occupy the niche with environmentally friendly organic products that can be safely offered at international markets. We can ensure high quality of organic products only if we use up-to-date knowledge and technologies adapted for the Kazakhstani environment. Everyone, including people, agricultural producers and entrepreneurs, should be aware of that. Together we should focus on organic products. Currently, Kazakhstan exports only 20% of its products and the deficiency of the processing industry is 60%. There is still a lot of work to do.
Органической продукции.
In 2016, Kazakhstan exported about 57,000 tons of vegetables, 16,000 tons of fruits and 11,000 tons of grapes. At the same time, about 420,000 tons of fruits and 223,000 tons of vegetables were imported. According to experts, standard consumption of fruit and berries in Kazakhstan is 1.3 million tons and of vegetables 2.4 million tons annually. The domestic production covers 28% of the demand for fruits and berries and by 159% for vegetables.
Processing industry, I think the only industry is the wine industry, do something with the grapes. That is some developments, but if you're looking at dried fruits, jams, canned produce or frozen products, I think that Kazakhstan is still at the early stage in those developments. And there is one very simple reason. There's a lack of feedstock for the factories. There's not enough fresh products available to have an economically a viable project as a processor. The main thing for processors is to work very hard on the feedstock, that they're getting the raw materials, that they're getting the contracts with the farmer. So I would advise to the factories that they really finding a way and finding a system that they can get the products from the farmer. So go in contracts with the farmer, go with, or maybe farming themselves, or in so cooperation with the farmers, long-term contracts, and build confidence that you're getting the produce in your factory.
In 2016, Kazakhstan produced 260,000 tons of fruits and vegetables. About 100,000 of them were processed. Therefore, the processing ratio was 0.4%. About 1,500 tons of canned products were exported. The total area of agricultural lands in Kazakhstan is 217 million hectares. Of them, local farmers nowadays use 100 million hectares. And of these 100 million hectares, only 300,000 are used for growing of organic crops. At present, the agricultural sector of Kazakhstan consists of 185,000 agricultural organizations and 1.6 million households. From 185,000 agricultural organizations, 170,000 are farms and peasant households. For reference, only 29 of these households grow organic crops and only 29 farms and peasant households export their products. So I think that the agricultural sector faces a revolutionary task for sustainable development of organic products. Currently, the development of the agricultural sector is a priority task for the state. President of Kazakhstan Nursultan Nazarbayev in one of his speeches noted that the agricultural sector should be developed as one of innovative economic sectors with a view to increase the added value of the agricultural sector and its share in Kazakhstan's GDP and total exports. Nowadays, the state is backing the agricultural sector through several channels of financial support.
Сейчас на базе продовольственной корпорации создается экспортный центр, в котором расширяется функционал и который будет заниматься продвижением сельскохозяйственной продукции, продуктов переработки.
Presently, we are establishing the export center based at the Food Corporation that will promote agricultural and processed products intended for exports. Along with that, Kaznext Invest promotes and subsidizes the promotion of domestic products. The state is also working on this matter. It helps farmers to join new markets as well as open technical, sanitary and veterinary barriers.
Государство над этим вопросом работает, помогает предпринимателям выйти на рынки, снимать барьеры технические, снимать санитарные барьеры, ветеринарные барьеры. То есть, уже по определенным ориентирам.
Achievements in the field of genetics, nano and biotechnologies were capable of ensuring heavy crops, high quality of products and increase in revenue of agrarian households. Digital technologies are also transforming the sector and open enormous potential for performance improvement, profitability and long-term sustainability of all types of agriculture. They are extremely diverse and include operating drones, driverless vehicles, remote sensing, as well as sensors and robots for growing plants under controlled conditions, for example in greenhouses. American inventor Will Jordan developed a hive adapted for urban environment. The device, named Local Beehive, can be easily installed on any tree. Notably that it is identical to hives intended for bees living in natural habitat. It has a multi-level structure consisting of cork, wood and mycelium. All this makes it warm and well protected against urban noise.